So this one is purple, green, white, and black, and there's some pretty good effects in there. And then this one is called Cranberry Wine. It is actually one of my favorites. I wish the teal in there would have come out a little bit more, but it is, the effects in this one are just really, really pretty. I wish I had a video of making it. This one I used like the rainbow colors, so and as you can see, only like the yellow, blue, and red really showed up. Kind of mixed. It's not too bad. Some of the effects are pretty cool, but it did kind of make some muddy colors in there. Another purple one, just purple and silver and black and white. Some pretty cool effects in this one. And another one with purple. I use purple quite a bit. You'll see a lot of purple combinations. No silver in this one. There are some muddy colors. Not too bad. This one, I mean, it's okay. It didn't do a whole lot of really cool stuff. This one is one of my favorites. It was the another one of the neon colors, the fluorescence, and there were some really, really cool effects in here. I like how they really blended together with that white in there. There's some pretty neat effects. I call it webbing. I'm not really, I guess you could call them kind of cells, but they kind of look more like webbing when the white does that. This one is just, I was trying different color combinations. Yeah, it didn't really do too much cool stuff, but it's not too bad. This one had some pretty cool effects. Kind of a strange little color combination, but I like it. And there is the gold. You can kind of see it shining in there. Sorry about the glare from the light. Some of them have been varnished, so they're a little, they reflect the light a little more like this one. This color combination is really, really cool. I like the silver and the black and blue and green with the white. It turned out really well. Really neat effects in there. I like how that green just really stands out away from the other colors. So it's pretty neat. And this one, you can see the gold shining in that one also. It was pretty. I think there's silver in there too, so it was like a purple and blue and silver and gold. This one kind of muddied up quite a bit. I like the color combinations, but like I said, it kind of muddied up. They blended a lot. This one's pretty cool. It's got some pretty cool effects. I like that yellow stripe kind of down towards the bottom left across there with that white in there. The top right corner I really like. Some of it's kind of muddy. The silver kind of blended in there and caused some muddiness, but as you can see, some of the effects on there are pretty cool. They kind of remind me of like a lightning strike or you know, something electrical, I guess, but I call it webbing because that's what I think of. That's what comes to mind. That really light aqua color didn't show up a whole lot in this painting. It kind of got swallowed up. I like this little corner, that yellow in there. It's the only place it really showed up much. But it kind of got swallowed up, kind of muddied up over there, but it's pretty overall. I like it. This one is upside down because I had to get a better, I couldn't get close to it from the bottom, but it's called Flowered, I believe. I tried to make a flower in the pour. It's kind of a tricky one. There are some pretty cool effects in there. Lots of neat colors. I kind of tried to stick with like the rainbow colors, so all of like the primaries and then, you know, like the purple and orange and all that. This one's pretty cool. That bottom left kind of muddied up. I really wish that the green would have stayed prominent. and along with the red throughout the rest of it, but it kind of got muddied up. But where you do see the green, it is pretty neat effects in there. So, yeah. But yeah, as you can see, it starts to, and it does kind of look dull. And a lot of these haven't been varnished, so they do look a little more dull than they would if they were varnished. And then this one, I believe a friend of mine made, and it's really hard to see on the video, but on the right side there with that blue against that black, if you see it in person, it's just amazing. It looks really neat. This one's one of my absolute favorites, and it's called Supernova, and I used a lot of different colors, again, like a rainbow. So I used a lot of different colors, and there's some really neat effects. It has been varnished, and sorry about that glare. I'm trying to kind of move it around and get rid of that glare, which is kind of difficult to do holding the camera. But there are, and you know, all of these look, you know, obviously you can see the details a lot better when you see them in person. They just never look quite as good on camera, but I think those greens, the green really is pretty down there where it shows up. I really like the green, how it pops, and there's little bits of blue. A lot of the blue got swallowed up. But overall, I mean, this is, I love how, I love the results of this one. And I'm pretty sure I would never be able to recreate this, but it is a very remarkable painting in my eyes. I think so. Sorry, I'm just moving it around trying to get rid of that glare. It's just kind of difficult to do. So you can see, to me, it looks like something from space. So that's where I got the name from. I thought supernova, just like the explosion. So definitely one of my favorites. And this one, sorry, there's a glare on that one also. If you get really close up, you can see some really neat effects. I love this color combination. The white kind of, you know, it poked out there in that corner. It didn't really, it kind of got swallowed up. So there is gold in there, and you can see gold in certain little places, but it mostly got swallowed up also. But it's a very pretty painting. And this one, I really like the bright colors in this one, and that little stripe of neon green on the right there kind of reminds me of the bones in a finger. And there's some really cool effects in here as well. That, you know, that vibrant green color, yellowish green color is really pretty, and I think it went really well. It is a little muddy there in the center, but overall it's a very, you know, very pretty painting. And you can see the little finger bones over there, what I was talking about. And there's my puppy. She likes to be everywhere I'm at. And then, so these are my largest pieces. In my puppy. So yeah, and then we're gonna move up to, these ones are actually the first ones that I ever did. I've had them sitting on my wall for quite some time. I love this one. It reminds me of, oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of it. The white in this one just is really neat. And with the, I did the red metallic and the green metallic in this one. And so it reacted really well. I really like the color combination with this one and some of the effects. I think the black just really darkened it up a little bit too much. I'd kind of like to redo another one with those same colors without the black. This one is definitely an interesting one because you can see like part of a skull up there. It's kind of, or I see, that's what I see in it. It was pretty cool. This one is truly unique. The color combinations are amazing. That dark purple with the really bright yellow. But also these cells that it created, they make me think of bark on a tree. So you can see it just, I really enjoy looking at these. This one, it just, I really like those effects. And, you know, these are so fun to make because you never know what you're going to end up with. I mean, you get some, you know, some certain colors just, I think, react a lot better with each other than others. And that's, I think, why you'll see a lot of purple in mine and teals, because they just react really well. And the white, I love the way the white reacts. This one has a lot going on in it as far as reactions. And I think it's a really pretty one. The colors stayed pretty separated. They didn't muddy up or anything. And this one has metallic green in it, which is a very pretty color. There's a whole lot going on in that one, but they kind of blended together, and there wasn't the white to kind of separate and do the webbing throughout, so you kind of have to get really close to really see everything going on in that one. But it is a really pretty painting. And this one underneath is, I can't remember the name of that one either, but this one at the bottom that's going to show now is probably my very favorite. It is aptly named Red Dragon. If you can see, there's an eye and a mouth, and kind of like the horn goes at the top, and it looks like a dragon eating something with its mouth open with jaggedy teeth. And I mean, you know, maybe not everybody sees that, but I see that. So I called it Red Dragon. I'm still up in the air about whether I'd ever want to sell this one. This was one of my first ones, and it's my absolute favorite. So I might get some prints made of it or something, but I don't know if I'd be willing to let go of the original. And then these are just a little collection of my paints that I use. They're all Americana. I really like using those. I've got all my metallics on the right, then the neons, and then all my other colors. And then here's my Daenerys oil painting that I've kind of been taking a break on since my shoulder surgery.